We are live.
I thought I took that over from now on. And we are live.
Yes. Welcome to Force of Light Entertainment. I am your host, and today I'm going to have a nickname. And I may choose multiple nicknames because you guys have given me so many. Oh my gosh. Have the mic over here.
Can you guys hear us?
Can you guys hear us now?
Have you guys heard anything we just said?
That's pathetic. I had the mic like way over there. Excuse us.
We'll get it together.
Yeah, we'll get it together starting now. So welcome to Force of Light Entertainment.
We are live.
Yes, I am your host, Michelle the Magnificent.
Love it. And you know me, I'm Natalie the Red.
And now that we got our mic, let's make sure in the chat they can hear us. Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, okay, good. We definitely had the mic sitting over there at the other end of the table. So glad
a little distance.
Glad you guys could hear us. And for those of you, this is for those of you listening via podcast later, this is a live YouTube discussion. So we will have some interaction with our guest in the audience, whatever you want to call it, in the comment section tonight. So FYI for those
our
listening.
Lovely guests.
Yes, FYI for those listening via chat. Well, let's go ahead and say hello. We got Matt, we've got Nuna, we've got Sage King. Did I get that right? We have Abrahamster Lives. We have
nice name.
And I will go ahead. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, Butt Crack Media, for $10. Hey, Michelle and Natalie. Love you ladies. Doing a great job. This is my favorite Predator movie. Love the characters and movie and great action. Thank you so much for that and for the comment. We appreciate it. And hello to Brett. I see you in the chat, and Luke and Kaylee. And let's see, Mikey. Share Bear is in the house. We've got Marcos is in the house. We have Lady Marie Nick. Sometimes it's hard to see. Josh Anderson. Yeah. Hello to Dan. I see Dan in like every chat that I go to. If I jump into a chat, Dan's there. Kaylee's in a lot of them too. Let's see.
Shout out to you too.
Yes. Hello to Sam, to James. Let's see. Am I missing anyone? To Aiken, RFB, Philip. Welcome to everyone that is in the chat thus far. It is nice to see all of you guys today. Well, it has been like 2 months since we've had a first watch discussion. So we're excited to be bringing them back, and we're going to try to bring them back a little more often. We like to do the first watches, our first watch discussions on Sundays. Just seems to be a good day for first watch. Cause I know why.
It just feels right.
I know why, because you and I watch them
on
Saturday, either Friday or Saturday, in this case, Saturday. And then we cover them on Sunday. So that's why we do it this way.
It feels right.
Yes.
All of the above.
And hello to Graph Webb and to the one and only JD. And thank you for the $5 super chat from Wicked Still. Hey, ladies, in the words of MN Gov, I ain't got time to bleed. Yeah.
Classic.
But thank you so much. Oh, and I missed another one. And guys, I want to say this. If I ever miss, because the chat sometimes gets moving quickly and we're talking, if I ever miss your super chat, that happened one time Wednesday, just type in the comments, hey, you missed my super chat.
In all caps.
Yes. In all caps with lots of exclamation points. And then then we'll find it. And Natalie, I'll let you read this one. Thank you to David Neal.
Our hostesses with the mostesses. I like that. Hello to the wonderful ladies from Force of Light Entertainment. Looking forward to the review, and we're happy that you're here.
Yes. Thank you so much, David. But yeah, so we're excited to discuss this movie. Some people, I feel like they are a little shocked that we've not seen some of these movies, and I understand. That's understandably so. But I will say, we have
the best of intentions.
With movies like this, the way they slip through the cracks, we've said this before and we say it again.
It will come again.
We blame it on our older brother, Michael.
We do.
Because we've depended upon our older brother, Michael, to tell us what movies that like this type of genre movies to watch and to watch them in the house. And then we would have entered in and watched it.
Because as two females, we probably weren't going to go to our local DVD video store that night and say, I'll take The Predator.
Yes, it just probably wasn't going to happen.
So it slipped.
Yeah, so it slipped. So again, it is our brother Michael's fault. And hello to John. I see you in the chat. Yes, thank you. Hello to everyone in the chat. But yeah, so it's our brother's fault, guys. It's Michael's fault.
100%.
And someday we'll have to bring him on to a first watch where we can publicly blame him for why we've not watched some of these movies.
Absolutely. Rick said it is not a chick flick.
He says it's always a man's fault. Let's see. Who said it's definitely not a chick flick?
Or he said it yeah.
Rick, there
Rick
it is.
Warren.
Yeah, Rick. Hey, Rick.
It is not.
No, it is not.
It may be a lot of things.
In fact, I would love to know.
This is not one of them.
Who is the man who was on a first date and he took the girl to see Predator in 1987? You know they're out there, guys. You know they're out there.
It was a risky move.
It was
brother.
a risky move.
I mean,
and thank you to Sam for the €5. Predator is such a great 80s treat, followed up on Commando and the 90s blast that is Eraser. And True Lies. We grew up with True Lies.
True Lies several times.
We were big True Lies fan. Thank you so much for that super chat. And before we get started, thank you so much for
thank you.
Yay there hey $1.99 super chat. When in doubt, blame your siblings. Exactly. I mean,
it's the only way.
You've got what we're saying here. So yeah, that's exactly what you do. And hello to that little monkey lizard. Salacious Rum.
When he was saying this line at the movie, which is pretty close to the beginning, but you know the line about he's like, you're gonna turn into a blank sexual tyrannosaurus. I looked at Michelle and I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, what is he talking about?
She was like, what did he just say? And
like, I need to hear this again.
And we both looked at one another and it was like, I was like, a sexual dinosaur?
I guess stranger things have happened.
Now I let you read this one.
Greetings from Portugal.
You guys say the name?
Nuno Martins. Happy to see two beautiful ladies with good cinematic taste. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you guys. So we will go ahead. We'll get in and we'll cover this movie.
We're going in.
Pretty similar fashion. For some reason, I just hear Samuel L. Jackson in Jurassic Park. I need to get a clip of that where he says, hang on to your butts. It's like the most random line, but because it's so ridiculous. But I need to get a clip of that so we can start it for these.
Absolutely.
But so Natalie, what we'll do initial thoughts. We'll kind of walk through the movie to a degree, but also point out things we really liked or things that we thought were silly or whatever, and then give our hoot system, our rating at the end. So we'll begin with initial thoughts. Natalie, what were your initial thoughts?
You got to put me on the spot here, don't you?
Well,
Michelle?
do you want me to go first? Or
I'll go first.
Okay. So what were your initial thoughts of Predator 1987? For starters, this came out the year you were born.
It is. Thanks for telling everybody, Michelle. Sisters, right?
I didn't even think about it.
It
was just
kidding.
like, 1987, Natalie was born.
Hey, I'm proud of 87. Nothing wrong with it.
Before I actually say that, I want to say hello to the Carbonite Convos.
Hello.
I had a great chat with them, so go check out Carbonite Convos, their channel. And hello to Pat, I see you. And thank you so much to The Wake Down. Hell, FOL, great show, great channel. Happy to add y'all to my YouTube watch schedule.
Aww.
Better than anything Hollywood is producing these days.
Well, that's very sweet. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You do have to do that.
Yeah.
But we appreciate all these super chats, guys.
We do.
They're always true. I mean that.
Yeah.
Very,
very, very,
very appreciated.
sweet, yeah.
Yes. We obviously you never have to feel obligated to. We just yeah.
Okay, I got to put this up because TD
What is TD
knows
saying?
how to make me feel good.
You thought you were born in 1997. Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that. Thank you.
That's a good one. I like it. Hey, Gilster, I see you in there too. And hello to Roar Ash, who we had on our Wednesday live stream. And
oh yeah,
yeah, I mean
hello, Ash. Hello.
what are we 4 or 5 days, Ash, from GinaChrono.net.
Yeah, let the chat know.
Yeah, we're getting close. It's close, guys. We're gonna have to check that GinaChrono.net out. But anyways,
it's the final countdown.
It is.
Just sing it in your head.
But anyways, Natalie, so what were your initial thoughts of this movie?
My initial thoughts were, this is like the quintessential 87 action-packed sci-fi movie that you didn't know you needed. Top that, Michelle. Right,
wow, she really went all out on that. Yeah,
on the spot.
I know this movie is beloved, and I mean, it was a fun action. It was very unique. You guys
a unique mixture of things.
It was, because even though we hadn't watched this movie, we always really liked Arnold Schwarzenegger growing up. I mean,
I have a soft spot for Arnold.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love Arnold? And so I'd actually seen, a lot of his movies. So it's actually surprising I'd never seen this. And, seeing it, I would have to say that I appreciate it because it was very different. It feels like such just a classic macho Arnold movie, but then all of a sudden there's this big wrinkle because you have this alien species that's like hunting them like prey. So it was kind of this unique mixture.
It was. Yeah. I do appreciate that about it. The kind of the two worlds of genres they brought together, I thought was pretty fun.
And I see drunk 3POs in the house. Hello to Jay. And let me get this super chat before Natalie, you can read it.
Says your brother needs a good-natured shaming.
I think that's what we've done tonight.
I think we did, but it's all love. It's all love. He just missed a few.
Yeah, he did. He did, but then it caused us to miss a few. So
exactly.
But thank you for the $2 super chat.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we liked it. So now we'll kind of move into it, and you guys know the plot of this. They kind of special orbs. Gosh, I can't speak tonight. Special forces.
Special corps.
They go in and they think they're on a rescue mission. Lo and behold, they're being hunted by an alien creature. So that's pretty much the plot of the movie.
And it's not just any alien.
No, man. Yeah, it's one that's got some armor that can make himself be...
There's some funkiness up in that alien.
We'll get to the end scene, what he says to the alien at the end. But yeah, he can camouflage himself. Like, just totally blend in this forest. Okay. But before we get that, Natalie and I were, guys, in good fun. We still appreciate the movie, but we
gotta be transparent with you guys.
We were genuinely cracking up.
Losing it.
Like, Natalie was like about to come off the couch laughing.
I think I did a couple times.
Like in that first scene where they've gone into the jungle, and where they're taking down like that group of people. Like, it's towards the very beginning. And the way that when they would shoot the people, the way the guys would fall, like, we were cracking up.
Like the slow-mo death. Like over for like 5 minutes. Like, just different.
And it was like how graceful they would fall too.
The classical music that played.
Let's see. Can you remember then you had some incredibly cheesy lines from Arnold.
Okay,
what was it? He throws the knife.
I actually took notes.
I was like, you've got to write that line down.
She was like, Natalie, you've got to write this down. Okay, so this was the sequence of events for this. So he has this big knife and he sticks the guy. So keep that in mind. You remember that for later on. He sticks the guy to the wall and he says, "You stick around." Which he then, I think that was a horrible Arnold impression, by the way.
It wasn't the best.
And then, so right after this,
like immediately, they're back to back.
So after this, he winds up in like a, like treehouse thing or something. And he's like, knock, knock.
The knock knock. At that point, guys, I cracked up. I lost it even for a second. I was just like, wow, that's classic Arnold.
It's a lot of cheese.
That was a whole lot of 80s cheese.
But it's fun.
Let me get the super chat. Natalie, you read. Natalie, your job is reading super chat.
Notice it's unofficially my job tonight. Loved your synapses.
You've got to say their name.
Thaddeus.
Guys.
Maximus. All right.
Now read it.
All right. Loved your synopsis. Classic 80s action morphs into sci-fi horror with fabulous creature effects. One of my favorites. Want some candy? You'll get that reference if you watch Predator 2.
And Predator 2 looks interesting, guys.
It does.
You guys let us know in the chat, too. Do you guys like Arnold's always has the best one-liners?
Always. I think after watching that, Michelle was the one that brought it up, and then I'm like, that makes perfect sense. It's like, Tropic Thunder. It's like they got so much inspiration from this movie. I say that with all love.
Tropic Thunder's great too.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it started that way. So I seriously was like, man, like I understand why all the men love this movie, but like as a woman, we're sitting here laughing. But we did genuinely begin to get into the movie after that.
Yeah, we did. Like, oh gosh, and there were some moments you're like, ooh.
For starters, maybe some of you guys, I don't know if you guys, people who listen to us know I really love the scores of movies, and whoever did the score of this movie, it was really fantastic. I noticed it many times.
Yeah. Well, and one of the funny things about those like 80s movies, and I mean, they still do it today, but it's like, what's about to happen based on the music. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's always.
Now it's intense. And then when it gets quiet, you're like, oh,
that's not an 80s thing. That's an always thing.
Maybe I just was paying extra attention.
That's still the case. And I will say too, it's interesting. So in this movie, guys, you have two future governors of different states in the United States.
True.
With Jesse Ventura and then with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So you've got the future governor of Minnesota and the future governor of California.
Two very different states.
Which I would say that not many movies can say they've got two governors.
No, that's quite the accomplishment.
And then how can we not begin with the fact you get the handshake at the beginning with Carl Weathers and Arnold. I mean, man, their guns were popping.
That handshake.
There were straight guns.
That was intense.
I mean, we got 2 tickets to the gun show.
I feel like it slow-moed a little bit on the shake.
It definitely slow-moed on the shake. it definitely slow-moed. So then, of course, after that scene that you kind of begin to get, you see that they're getting tracked before even that scene we're talking about with Arnold happens.
Yeah.
You see that this alien creature is tracking them, and
his mind seems like a freaky place.
The alien?
Yeah. Like the way he sees and like makes designs in his mind.
And hello to our friend. Yes.
Hello.
Glad that you stopped by. And did I say hello to Luke? I think I said hello to Luke. Luke, if I didn't say hi, hello to Luke. And hello to Steven, I see in the chat.
Definitely a bro moment.
It was definitely a bro moment. That is 100% the way that you can word that moment. But let's see. Who's the first to die? It's not Ventura. Who is it? It's another one. It's not Ventura who dies first.
Isn't it one of the more petite men? Like,
I think so.
I don't mean that disrespectfully. There's some big fish in that movie.
There are some really big men in this movie. So if you're not like on the big side, you seem petite.
If you're not to where it looks like there is a large cyst coming up off your bicep. And you're on the petite side.
And can we just say like how likable Carl Weathers is and everything he's in? Like, even though he tricks them,
he's so good.
You don't even care. You're just like, it's Carl Weathers. Like,
well, but I feel like he redeemed himself.
Oh, he totally redeems himself.
Yeah,
he totally redeems himself.
I did not want him to go.
No, but I already knew.
She kept preparing me.
I knew that he was going to go because I called it. I said I didn't know anything about this movie, but I said only Arnold and that woman they rescued are going to make it, because let's compare this to Alien. Arnold is Ripley and that woman is Jones the cat. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how that works.
She did figure that out early. I kept trying to leave hope. Like, well, maybe it won't be like Alien or Aliens and, more people will make it. But nope, she was right. It was the girl.
It was just them.
And Arnold.
And hello to Tim in the chat and Natalie. read the super chat.
Here we go. Let's see. Our Harley guy, I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you very much for the super chat. Hello and welcome from Toronto, Canada. I'm glad I found you. You're the cherry on top of programs from Star Wars Theory, Geeks and Gamers. Love you.
Well, that is
very
like,
sweet.
Yeah, that is like such a compliment.
such a
Thank
great
you so much.
compliment.
We appreciate that. Now
Yes,
we'll
we do.
back the computer out of the way.
Let's back it up. All right.
Okay. So the Predator, when he first takes out that guy, he takes out that guy's like intestines almost. Like it's
There's definitely some
like-
intestine stealing going on.
it's like a violent first death. Like
Yeah.
it was like,
yeah.
Like you're like,
Like,
dang.
Isn't it like
He's
with
just
the girl?
yes,
like the
yes,
girl
yes.
standing there.
Yes.
And then it's just like you just see like blood go up
splatter.
all over her.
And she's just like in shock.
Yeah.
Like total shock washes over her.
as one would be.
Yeah, you definitely would be in shock in this case. So yeah, that's the first case, and you're like, dang. So like you're not playing around with this alien. This Predator means business.
He's
yeah,
he's
and
serious.
I would like to say, let's say, did they talk about the raunchy girlfriend? We already went there. Yeah, because then that guy. You may be talking about a different one, Jay, because
All I know is they had a bunch of one-liners and stuff in this movie. I mean, some of it I got, but some of it I'm like, what are they talking?
there were some creative ones.
Very creative.
Because then you also have that guy that runs up and randomly talks about a woman.
Yeah.
We'll just say it that way. You guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like twice. And even the other guy's like, dude, that's random. Like you can tell that's on his face.
Right.
It was quite the moment. Yeah. So we have kind of addressed that drug. Because there's some moments, but I see in the chat, you guys know that outside of Star Wars, one of our favorite things, and arguably our favorite thing in the last 10 years that has been done is Stranger Things.
Dun, 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 dun.
Stranger Things, you guys know it. And clearly, we've talked in the past about 80s movies that really gave inspiration to the Duffer Brothers for Stranger Things. Let's add another one to the list, guys, because when they
first
find,
of all, I'm like, Jim Hopper.
they find those bodies and they read the dog tag and it's Jim Hopper.
And then somebody else is Hawkins.
Yeah.
So it's like, I said it's like as if they were like thinking of names and stuff for the show. And they're like sitting around one night watching Predator and they're like,
Jim Hopper.
Jim Hopper has a nice ring to it. Hawkins. That'd be a nice town name. We'll go with that.
Because at one point they're even like, go find Jim
Jim
Hopper and Hawkins. And it's like, did they just say find Jim Hopper in Hawkins? No,
It really did sound like that.
Obviously they did it, but it sounded like that. So we've got some Stranger Things love, I see, within, or for the Duffer Brothers have some Predator love. I guess we could say it that way.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I'm getting.
So excited for the next season, by the way.
Whenever that will be.
Whenever that will be, let it be.
I mean, those kids are it's going to be them going into college by the time we get the next Stranger Things.
It's going to be the 90s.
It will be. Yeah, we're not in the 80s anymore. So Natalie, is there anything that stands out to you so you have that first death and then you get the next death. Is the next death Jesse Ventura's character where he gets like blasted through the middle?
I don't know if he was the very next one because there were several that to go through
because they do. I mean, they're all getting just picked off one by one. Yeah, Jesse Ventura's death is pretty brutal. No one's was as brutal as that first death, though. I think, or I don't know. Carl Weathers was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
It didn't really show much, though, did it?
With Carl Weathers?
Oh my gosh!
What are you laughing at?
When the arm.
Oh, well, first, let's get to that one guy. Because the one guy that Carl Weathers goes to save, and I forget his name, but he was like losing his mind.
Okay, I was going to ask you guys, maybe you have more context than I do. Like, what was up with that brother? Like, why was he
losing his mind?
It? Like he's just like out there like talking to saying random stuff. It's like I don't know if he's having PTSD. I don't know what's going on, but
I mean, maybe it's just PTSD.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then
he was on another level.
He even at one point is just shaving his
face. Like, and then it like closes up on it again, and I'm like,
but he's like mumbling and he's beginning to lose his mind. I mean, then again, it's pretty believable because I don't feel like they've had a lot of food. They've kind of sleep and food deprivation is kind of hitting at a certain point in this movie.
It was all in the roids. It was all the roids. It might have been.
It really might have been. But he was having a difficult time.
He was.
So, because so you've got kind of all these people are getting picked off one by one. And yeah, so then that one guy takes off. And at which point I was kind of like, Carl Weathers is like, well, I'll go get him. Yeah. And so you guys go, like, I will go get, I'll go
crazy.
Yeah, I'll go get the crazy guy. And anyways, I was just like, nah, man, like that guy went off on his own. I don't feel like you need to do this, Carl Weathers.
He was just living his best life and you need to let him live it.
Because I feel like, let's see, basically that. I feel like we're all gonna die. I mean, I feel like that it's really a miracle they don't all die.
Yeah, truly.
Because it's not until the very end do they really begin to figure out what they're dealing with, and rightfully so. I mean, they're dealing with something that's not from this world and has like even that gun that he's got on the side.
I mean, he has like endless killing resources.
I mean, he really does. And can we talk about this? Okay. That predator, dude is a weirdo. Because
I just say he's not a looker.
The way I like to collect Baby Yoda items.
Oh, he was like loving those skulls.
He likes to collect bones.
I mean, he was giving me like Buffalo Bill vibes, you know.
He really was. Like
he's like it runs the lotion on the skull.
And for starters, how did he get everything off of the skull so quickly? That doesn't seem very likely, but
tasty after dinner treat, perhaps.
I mean, he skinned those suckers very quickly. That's all I'm saying. It was quite fast that happened. But is there anything, Natalie, anything that stands out to you as we kind of work our way through this movie? What were the things you really liked about this movie?
I can't say the Carl Weathers thing yet.
What Carl Weathers say? What does he say?
No, it's where his death scene.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like another point I cracked up.
Oh, she cracked up. Okay.
So it's like his arm, unfortunately, very sadly, did not make it through this. I'm laughing.
R.I.P. to Carl Weathers' arm.
It did not make it through this. And so the camera flashes to the arm, which is detached on the ground, and it's still shooting with perfect aim at the predator. Like, that's a first.
Do you know what is so good about that scene? Is like you almost feel like for the first time they have the upper hand. Do you know, between Carl Weathers and the other guy? It's like they have a plan. They see him.
I mean, Carl didn't have the upper hand.
No.
In that case,
he did not gain the upper hand. He might have lost the upper hand in this case.
He did.
But you felt like they kind of had a shot.
Yeah.
And then just out of nowhere, the predator just like blasts that guy's head off. And you were like, oh, okay. Didn't see that coming the second, but there goes his head.
And let's just say this was one of those manly movies, and I'm going to substitute the word, so don't get it twisted. It's somebody I know that has this last name in real life around me, but they're always like, Mother Rucker? Just like, it's like something, they're just like, Mother Rucker. Like, it's one of those movies that happens all the time.
Even if it's not said, you feel it in spirit.
You feel it in your soul.
And kind of rightfully so. But yeah, then Carl Weathers' death, man, that was rough. He loses the arm and then but
that arm is still going. And I just don't understand it with perfect aim.
And then he gets like the guy almost is like Wolverine. He's got like fake Wolverine claws that just like, zoom, like just picks Carl Weathers up, and Carl Weathers didn't stand a chance.
And I hated that because Michelle knows it was like somehow I got emotionally attached to Carter's over the course of this movie.
Well, I mean, how do you not get attached? It's like, we're just like, really?
It's the voice. He's just very charming.
It's like, Carl Weathers, can he not die in a movie? I mean, can we let him live? He dies as Apollo. He dies in this movie. I'm tired of Carl Weathers dying.
He loses his hand in 2 movies, I now realize.
Yeah. Was that a joke? Guys.
Maybe it was a joke.
Guys, mine. Was that a Predator joke in Happy Gilmore?
The hand.
Did I not know that until just now? Like, was that what Adam Sandler was just kind of playing off of? That Carl Weathers character has lost a hand and it's been bitten off by an alligator?
I mean, how many actors can say in not 1 but 2 movies I lost a limb? I mean, that's right.
Wait, and he dies in Happy Gilmore too.
Let Carl live. Get the hashtag going, okay?
Hashtag let Carl live.
Let Carl live.
You heard it here first.
We love him. We just want to see him not die
and not lose a limb.
Yeah.
So, okay. So actually, the last 30 minutes of this movie are like where it reaches like its peak in it's like hitting all cylinders.
Yeah.
Because at that point, there comes a point where the Predator, after he kills Carl Weathers' character, he takes off, he kills the wounded guy, the girl's able to run off towards like the helicopter, and then he rips Arnold, who goes down like a freaking waterfall.
Yeah. He was having fun.
He was having fun. So then
he said that was what he was born to.
So then the last 30 minutes of this movie, it's just mano y mano. Did I say that right? Mano y mano. I didn't take Spanish, guys. I
don't even know what she's trying to say.
No, I don't even know what I'm trying to say either.
Mano y mano.
I took French. And it's showing. But don't ask me to speak French either.
So bad.
Okay. Yes, you can say that about this movie.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah, mano y mano, that's an expression, isn't it?
Mano y mano.
I don't know.
I feel like it's in a song.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. We'll just move on.
Literally means hand to hand.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. Maybe
score.
We'll let that work out here.
Sure. Why not?
But anyways, you got the face off finally. It's 1-on-1,
and she means literal face off.
You've got Arnold versus this dumb Predator. So it is the fight of the century of Arnold and the Predator.
Okay, but did anybody else think at some point in this journey towards the last 30 minutes, when everybody else is going, the woman goes off to get on the plane, you're like, do you need to stay here and fight this fight and probably die if it were reality?
I did think that. Guys, once the Predator had taken off with the other guy's body, it was like, just run.
Just make it out.
Like you see what the woman was going to do? She just ran. She was Joan's cat. She just took off.
And she made it.
She did make it. But I guess maybe...
But Arnold, see, that's the thing.
Yeah, we're talking about Arnold.
Arnold is not going to leave an empty place, that nobody can even get hurt because nobody's there anymore because they're all dead, and just let it live and go on. No. Mm-mm. Arnold's going to finish us.
Yeah. Arnold's going to take out the Predator.
And it's going to be brutal.
It is going to be brutal. I mean, and
get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. He does say that. I tried my best Arnold impression right there. We need to practice our Arnold, but he definitely screams that at her, and she's like, okay, and she's like, shh.
I'm out.
She was like,
don't have to tell me twice.
She was like, bye. And she takes off. I was trying to see if did I miss a super chat?
I don't think so.
Did I read this one? Did we read this one? Did we read that?
We did not read this.
Okay,
one.
We did miss a super chat. Natalie, do your job.
I stand corrected.
Do your job.
Orange Hat Reviews. Mac, Bill Duke, and Blaine.
How are
Jesse
you reading
Ventura.
these?
What?
Are they tuning into Audible? Like, what is this? Why are we reading it this way?
Oh, am I reading it weird? Okay.
Just kidding. It was just so kind of proper, and
They grew up. This does sound like I'm reading a story, doesn't it?
it does.
They grew
You're
up
just reading a super
together.
chat.
When Blaine died, he lost a brother, and he wanted vengeance. People go nuts when vengeful.
It's true. It's true.
I had to finish out the story.
Yeah, that's right. He was like really close to that guy, and that is where he begins to kind of lose it. Is when that guy dies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he definitely like really.
That was like the final straw for his brain.
I really did feel for him when his brother in arms was like, it was down on the ground, and it was sad.
Yeah, that was really sad. You're definitely right on that.
Yeah.
So moving into Arnold. So Arnold, the predator's coming, and he's got all that mud on him, and the predator can't see him. So he literally says, he can't see me. And we were like, well, we picked that up.
We got that.
We got it.
When he passed by you, I kind of got that impression, Arnold.
But anyways, so he learns that he can kind of camouflage himself. So, of course, you guys know what Arnold does. He kind of rigs together this trap. And then we've got...
In a way, only a man like Arnold could.
Yeah, we would have been... Guys, we would have been running for the chopper. And we would have depended upon Arnold to
get us to the chopper.
To get to the chopper.
And kill the alien on our way out.
Yes, to kill the alien. So anyways, so he finally, like, he just sets fire to draw it. He's like, forget this. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he draws him there. And oh my gosh, it did creep me out. I will say this. When Arnold is like on the thing, and all of a sudden you see this, like the kind of the way it's not invisible, but it's the shimmer, because that's the way I guess I can describe that, because he's got that stuff on, and it shimmers like right past Arnold's body. Like just misses him.
How his blood's kind of like that neon glow in the dark type stuff.
No. When Arnold first brings him, remember Arnold eventually is like hugging on to like a tree branch.
Yeah.
And the thing doesn't know where Arnold is, but happens to go right
by him. Yeah.
Like goes right under him.
Yeah, that was intense.
It was kind of like, oh, like it was like getting good now.
It's getting spicy.
It is getting spicy. And so, of course, Arnold eventually, the predator, now this did make me laugh. When the predator takes off his mask, and Arnold's line of "You're one ugly mother ever,"
mother rucker.
It was pretty funny. I'd have to say that I laughed pretty good at that line. And then Arnold is able to, and then so Arnold tricks him, and that big stump falls on him and basically kills him. But then that stupid predator is like laughing and he's got like the mouth, and
it's like a really disturbing evil laugh.
It really is.
And it lingers a little too long.
Oh, and we haven't picked up how it was smart, how it was creepy. Add an element of creep, how the predator would mock them. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
He would pick up like what they said, and he would echo it.
That really was a little bit of a horror element.
It was.
I like that. Nice touch.
It was.
Kind of psychological.
It was psychological.
Right.
That was actually
it freaked me out.
That was a really cool element that they brought in, I thought, for the predator, personally, to add, like you said, to add that horror element for it. But then the dumb predator's like gonna blow it up, but Arnold's able to outrun the blow up.
I don't think I can do it so evil.
Are you trying to laugh like the predator?
I'm not being successful.
I think he thinks that your laugh is a turn on. Is that? I'm sure that's what you meant.
I'm glad somebody thinks so.
I don't think that's what he meant. And then, of course, Arnold's able to blow it up. The chopper's there. The woman's in the chopper. Again, she is the Jones cat of this movie. And they are able to leave. And that's literally just how it ends, right? Like,
that's it.
They're in the chopper. And then they do the funny montage of all them like smiling.
Oh my gosh, that ending, you guys. The way it like kind of, almost like a TV show, like they each had their role. They're like,
but Carl Weathers didn't laugh. He was just like, I'm Carl Weathers. And then Arnold was like,
he was like, oh, I'm serious.
Arnold was like, I'm Arnold frickin' Schwarzenegger. So that's kind of how it ends.
What cracked me up was like they got progressively less smiley. Like the first couple guys were like step by step, day by day, like a sitcom or something. And then it gets to that other governor you were talking about,
Jesse
He's
Ventura.
kind of like, it just gets progressively less smiley.
But yeah, so that's kind of the movie. Natalie, is there any scene, anything that stands out to you other than the stuff that we already talked about? I mean, to me, the last 30 minutes is what's, fantastic of the movie. Because here's how you know it's good. Here's how you know it's good, guys. There's not even much dialogue in the last 30 minutes. And you're like pretty glued to the TV.
You are.
You're like, what's going to happen? And that's when you know something's really captivated you, when there's not even a lot of dialogue or talking, but yet you're like intrigued and like zoomed it, like zoom in the focus, like you're totally into it. You want to see how he's going to kill this disgusting predator.
When you're in the zone. We were in the zone.
We were in the zone by the end. But yeah, so that's kind of it. Are there any dislikes that you have for this movie?
I wouldn't really say there's any dislikes. I mean, did I laugh through a lot of parts of it? Yeah, but that's a bonus.
That was a bonus. We genuinely had fun watching it. That's what I can say.
You got to look at the upsides.
And I can definitely see.
I really did think it was.
I can definitely see why you guys, and I do specify in this one, guys, it is a male movie. It totally is. But I can definitely see why you guys really enjoy this movie. But again, it's such a unique Arnold movie. So for that, I appreciate it because, well, I mean, I guess, yeah, Terminator sci-fi, but this is so different than Terminator. Because what makes this so different, well, I mean, there's multiple differences there, but what makes this so unique of sci-fi is there's nothing shiny besides this alien.
Right.
It's just, they're in the jungle. It's military men in the jungle, and all of a sudden, there's an alien that's taking them out.
Which kind of seemed more monster-like for some reason than alien to me.
It was pretty
especially when you
monstrous.
saw it's all that going on.
Thank you so much, Rick. Natalie, do your job.
With pleasure. Fun review, ladies. Until next time, from Commando, and don't expect that one to measure up. Thank you, Rick.
Yes, thank you so much, Rick. Thank you so much. And you guys, let us know in the chat. Do you guys like Predator 2? Because Predator 2 seems to have some mixed feelings. Some people really like Predator 2 some people really like it.
This comment, don't read it. I mean, don't read it out loud. Just read it unless you don't want to read it out loud.
Let's see.
And it doesn't surprise me. Tim, we were reading it. Tim Triangle, we're reading your comment.
Tim's comment. That was pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Wouldn't surprise me, you guys.
But do you guys, okay, so I will have to say this. So our last first watch movies were Alien and Aliens. We got Predator. And I feel like we have to compare these movies because one day there is Alien versus Predator.
Right.
And in fact, in the second, I know this, I haven't watched the movie, but I do know this, I've heard this. In the end of the second Predator, Danny Glover's character goes in.
But where's Arnold?
He's not in it. It's a totally new cast.
Count me out.
But anyways, you see the skull of the alien head. So like the Predators had captured some of the aliens from Alien.
And then the skin bodies at the beginning.
Ooh, yeah.
That was pretty nasty.
That was pretty nasty. Yeah, there's some gore in this movie.
There definitely is.
There's some gore up in this movie. But anyways, so since Alien versus Predator is literally a movie, I will have to say, if I'm comparing these two movies, I have to say, maybe it's because I'm a woman. I don't know. That's why I want to know what you guys see in the chat.
Because she's sexist, okay?
I have to say that I prefer Alien. And definitely Aliens. Because Aliens is fantastic.
Yes.
Natalie,
and I hear so many, actually heard recently, like our friends at Scarif last night, like they were talking about horror movies and they were saying like they liked Alien a lot more than Aliens.
Man, I loved Aliens.
Yeah, and it's like for me, I like Alien and it grew on me and I appreciated it, but I enjoyed Aliens more.
Luke, I knew Luke wouldn't let us down. Luke preferred Alien.
He's got that good taste.
Josh prefers Alien. Did I get your cut? gosh, there we go. Yeah, I prefer it too. Aliens is a far better sequel than that sounds kind of unanimous, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And I mean, I will have to say,
we're picking up what you guys are putting down.
I will have to say, well, and to Alien and Aliens, like they won like Academy Awards, I believe. I mean, it is just
or like nominated.
Yeah, it's kind of like different. It's in a different sphere, I'd have to say, of this movie. This movie's really good and a great sci-fi action macho movie. But Alien is like this incredible classic horror sci-fi movie with like one of the best female characters of all time.
Well, yeah, and you guys seem to be agreeing with us on the aliens.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. You guys are really agreeing with Alien.
Well, that makes me feel better. Maybe I do have good taste. Like, I loved that movie.
And, I mean, I really enjoyed Predator.
Yeah.
It's just Alien and Aliens was fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, just like so good. And Ripley is a fantastic character.
She is.
I mean, that's the thing. I love Arnold, but I mean, let's just be real. Arnold is always Arnold in a movie where like Sigourney Weaver is Ripley in that movie. Like it is a character.
And like the good thing about Arnold is like you love Arnold.
You do love Arnold.
Like you're happy when he's the same person in every movie. Well, I mean, you know, he acts some.
And guys, you guys let us know what you think about this. We're kind of just talking now because these movies are kind of in the same sphere. I said this to Natalie just yesterday. To me, Alien and Aliens is very much for me the way Terminator and Terminator 2 is. Yeah. Like Terminator is like that kind of smaller classic horror movie that both are excellent. But then I prefer Aliens and I prefer Terminator 2.
Oh, I totally prefer Terminator 2.
And both of them like kind of upped the ante a little bit and like somehow made it more awesome, in my opinion.
Just occasionally, sequels are better than the original.
Let's see. Let me find. Yeah, they are. Yeah, sometimes. Well, Empire Strikes Back, my favorite movie of all time. Natalie, you got one to read?
You know, in The Last Jedi. I had to. Okay. Yay there, hey.
Yay there, hey.
$4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. You ladies helped me realize the Predator may have been one of the inspirations for Independence Day.
You know, that is a good point. I would say it has to be. Really, especially I think it probably is. I mean,
yeah.
It's
good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, you guys so do you guys like this? I've heard mixed things. Like the Critical Drinker hates this movie, and then I've seen other critics that like that movie. Because I guess
this one,
this
name,
yes. Nellie's like this name. That's hard.
That one.
We've lost the sub over The Last Jedi. Speaking of The Last Jedi, that Ciara woman that like has been dripping out information from her chat with Rian Johnson, she definitely blocked me just for retweeting, like in a comedic way, this guy that said, he was like, Rian Johnson has been stuck in this Zoom chat for 3 months. And she blocked me for like retweeting it. It was like, a little too touchy. But
people take it so seriously.
Whatever. He says the Critical Drinker is awesome. His reviews are pretty awesome.
It's like you can't not laugh.
You can't. Like even if you like the movie,
yeah, you're still like, okay, I'll roast it with you.
Yeah, it's fun. Let's see. I personally really enjoyed Prometheus, but lost me with Alien Covenant. I've also heard that. Michelle is very toxic. Please be careful. Exactly.
She is. I mean, just being in close proximity to her, I have to be careful to not let it rub off on me, the toxicity over here.
That woman, she felt that. And she was like, this woman that I don't know who said something not harmful, but kind of in a silly way, must be blocked.
Just, you had to be. She had no other options.
Zero.
You're a dangerous threat.
Oh, people. But yeah, so Natalie, how many hoots do you give this movie? What was your enjoyment level of this? Oh,
my enjoyment level was high.
Especially the first 30 minutes. She said, Michelle, I didn't know we were watching a comedy. She said that, guys. She said it. We just lost the sub.
The truth just came out.
But then we got into it.
Let's see. Drunk says, "Can you make me a mod of your channel?"
Drunk, how do I do that? That's the reality.
I saw Josh Anderson offer that too. Either one of you guys, that would be great.
How do you do that? If I know how to do that.
Yeah, maybe you guys can like tell us after or something for the next one.
We may have to do this after this because that is a good idea. Natalie, read our super chat.
Simp 3PO. Oh, and it's from YouTube Bans Me. Frufra.
Thank you for that $4.99 super chat. We appreciate it.
Always.
Yeah, drunk 3PO for mod. I feel like he could be a good mod, guys. He could be a good mod.
Fish out.
Let me see. Okay, let me go. We're gonna figure out. Natalie, you read what the chat's saying, and I'll try to figure out.
So you click next to Drunk's name, which is Jay.
You read what now you can hear us. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off.
Jay for president.
Add moderator. Jay, I just added you. I just added my first mod. There's firsts for everything, guys. There's firsts for everything.
Yay!
So we have a moderator, and his name's Drunk 3PO.
Pretty cool. If you
Scott
ask
says,
me.
"Give it off." We got it. And I would like to say that I just purchased my Drunk 3PO's his Welcome to the Rebellion. His whole store got taken down from Teesprings, but I just bought the extra soft. That's my favorite from TeePublic. I bought myself the extra soft Welcome to the Rebellion shirt from TeePublic. So
very nice.
It'll be arriving soon. And let's see, we have another one. Read that super chat, Natalie.
This is also from YouTube Bans Me. Frufra.
Frufra.
Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. He said Junk would make a perfect mod.
I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see.
Added an ol at the end, like a model. I like it.
Maybe he's an authoritarian moderator.
Everybody shut up.
So do you guys believe, would Ripley have made it out of this situation? That's what I need to know. That is the question that I have for the chat.
Hit me with a yes or no.
Yes or no, Ripley makes it out of this situation alive. Is she one of the two people that makes it out? Let's see what the chat has to say about that. Because I feel that Ripley would definitely make it out of the jungle alive.
I think she totally could too.
Against all odds.
So we got a nope.
Nope.
Close up, human.
I mean, you're not going to give Ripley the chance when that woman makes it? Come on now.
So you're saying there's a chance.
The little woman made it. Here's the thing.
She made it. If that woman can make it, I could make it.
Listen.
That's what I like to think.
Listen, here's what Ripley's going to do. She's like, "Oh, Arnold's fighting this thing? I'm running to the chopper."
They could be like the ultimate tag team because he's got the brawn and she's got the brains.
Guys, why didn't they do a crossover? But you got Ripley and Arnold's character together. Why didn't we get that? Why did we get crossovers once Ripley was out of the scene? I feel like we should have gone that crossover.
I think that was what we didn't know we needed.
Yeah, we definitely didn't know we needed that, but we needed that. Let's see.
Ripley would make it and Dutch would.
In this Ripley scenario, is Arnold still there? Oh, yeah, Arnold's still there. Like, Arnold and Ripley are there together amongst all the other people with Carl Weathers and everyone else. He says, because that's true. That's true. Ripley's well into the future. Yep, that's true. Oh, yeah, so that's why they did. Yeah, that's why they did crossover.
Oh, yeah.
Because Ripley,
it makes sense now.
Is the first Alien in like 2022 or something? I forget now, but yeah, it's like way in the future of 1987.
I love how they always make us so much more advanced as a species than we ever actually.
You know, I really for 2020, 2021, 22, I would have much preferred flying cars than what we got in 2020. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That would have been better.
It would have been a lot better experience, but we got sidetracked. So Natalie, how many hoots do you give this movie? Do you want me to give you my hoots first?
No, I'm gonna be straight up now.
Okay. How many hoots?
With the laughter that this provided me, it gets 4.5 hoots.
Natalie's going to 4.5 hoots. Let's see.
I'm standing firm in it.
Let's see. How many hoots do I want to give this movie? I'm giving this movie 4 hoots. That's my hoot system. 4.
4. Okay, that's solid.
It is solid. In fact, I gave, let's see. I gave Lord of the Rings the first one. I gave the first one 4 hoots. Natalie and I are trying to tighten up our hoot system.
Because sometimes we're a little sloppy with the hoots.
Because
we we kind of just pour them on,
Do you know what it is? Because we rate based off our excitement. A movie like Kong versus Godzilla can get 4.5 hoots because we enjoyed it.
And we're not saying that it's like
a good movie.
A good movie. That's what you have to understand sometimes. You follow?
So we actually can be very generous with our hoots. But that's why when we don't give a movie a lot of hoots, you know it sucks.
Right, exactly.
Like we're like, man, this was boring. And
sloppy hooters.
He gives it 5 of 5 hoots.
Respect.
I feel like there's a lot of men that are going to be giving this 5 out of 5 hoots.
Yes.
Oh, Alien is 2142. She sleeps after for 50 years. So Aliens is 2192. Dang, they're almost to the year 3000.
In the year 3000. Do you guys remember that on Conan O'Brien? But it was in the year
2000. I mean, she's going back like 20 years now, but we'll move past
back to my middle school days.
Read out our super chat from our buddy.
Hello, Demanji. $2. Thank you. Michelle, I agree. Where's my flying cars?
Exactly. Like
that's what I'm saying.
That's all we wanted out of 2022.
Is it so much to ask?
Yeah.
Really?
Instead, we got what we got. That's what happened. We got that. And he is going to be on our Wednesday show this week. So definitely check us out Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. because he will be.
We did some dancing on his...
We did. And ABJ.
I have to say it like that because it was so eloquent if you saw it. Or elegant.
It was.
It was so refined, really.
Yeah. It could have been like in a Renaissance movie.
Truly.
Yes. Like in a big
ball
gown.
It was art, really.
It really was. It was. Let's see. Tim gives it 5 hoots. Cher Bear gives it 5 hoots. You guys are loving this movie. I mean, you're making me feel bad for my 4 hoots, and I thought that was pretty good.
Hey, I gave it 4.5. And don't forget it.
She did give it 4.5. She was because Natalie was really laughing in the beginning.
Michelle in the beginning threw it. Okay.
It kind of got less cheesy as it went on.
I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, we liked it.
I'm not disrespecting it.
We got, let's see, 4.5 hoots, 5 hoots, 5 hoots, 5 hoots. And you do have to take it's 1987.
As Michelle so lovingly pointed out, the year I was born.
Hey, it's a good year.
It's a good year.
5 hoots, 5 hoots. Hey, he's being like Natalie. He's adding that. He's giving 5.5 hoots.
That's what I'm talking about.
When it just goes to 5 hoots. I mean, Natalie likes to do this all the time.
Sometimes you got to give it extra
5
love.
hoots, 4.5 hoots, 5 hoots. I mean, my gosh, 5 hoots. We're just all over the hoots. You guys are
you guys are hooting it up.
Hooting it up. But yes, ABJ has actually clipped that, Natalie, and now added music to it. To our dancing.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Now, have you seen it?
Yeah, our dance, that was on Twitter.
But did you see where he put music to it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so, yeah. He did a fantastic job. I loved it.
5 hoots. You guys are loving this movie. I mean, yeah, just totally hooting this movie up.
KC was born in 87 too. It's a good year.
It's a good year. I say that my year of birth. My year of birth is a good year. Because one really nasty serial killer exited the world and I entered the world.
What's weird is that was on, I learned because...
Was that like close to your birthday?
It was on my birthday. I'm like,
you guys just go look up who died on January 24th, 1989.
talk about a creeper.
Yeah. Do your super chat read, Natalie.
Stephen Yarnell. Do you like Blade Runner? Ridley Scott, low key, connected it to Alien.
Yes. Do you know that is going to be one of our next first
And
watches?
Scarif don't make fun of us for that.
Scarif is totally making fun of us. Apparently, they were making fun of me and Natalie last night.
We were getting low-key roasted.
But again, you have to blame our brother, guys. It's our brother's fault.
It all goes back to the brother.
Yes, it's his fault. 5.5 hoots.
I think that was just 5.
Oh, 5 hoots.
Or maybe it was 5.5.
Yeah, it was 5 hoots. Oh my gosh, I'm here for it. Gina Carano should do a new Predator once Disney loses it.
She is made to be in movies like that. Oh my gosh, yes.
And Gina's definitely taking out the Predators.
I wouldn't even laugh. I'd just enjoy it.
Oh, I would love it.
Yes,
absolutely love it. I loved Arnold taking out the Predator at the end of this movie. Did we read this one? I don't think we read this one. With the $5 super chat, Natalie, can you see?
Yeah. Todd,
can you read?
A little bit. Yes. Toddzilla. I like that. Blaine's comments alone in this movie are worth 5 hoots.
That's true. That's
true. Can't deny it. Thank you for the super chat.
Yes, thank you for the super chat. Let's see. What are you guys saying?
I need a magnifying glass.
I know. It
really is kind of small. Like you have to really.
What would be nice, guys, is eventually we need to get like a new computer set up, and then maybe we can see the super chats without having to move the laptop closer for us to see. That would be better.
And maybe like right up in your grill.
It's our way of doing a zoom in. Natalie just zoom. She fades in. She fades into that camera. Yes, Gina, we're into it now. Gina Carano, next Predator.
We're down.
We're definitely doing it.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, Gina's definitely made for the squad. I mean, 100%. I mean, guys, how did the Predator stand a chance against Gina? I mean, they're gonna be running back to their spaceship to go back to their planet when Gina gets finished.
Just imagine her all sweated up. Looking good, kicking butt. You know you want to see it.
Yeah, I think that would sell. It would definitely sell. Who's going to direct it, guys? Who's directing our Gina Predator movie? Who we have being a who do we have directing Gina's Predator movie?
Why did Ron Howard come to
That was really random.
I think I was thinking of his daughter in The Mandalorian, and somehow that's the first director's name that came to my mind.
Natalie went with Ron Howard. I don't really know if he's who's going to do a Predator movie, but okay.
Anything can happen, though.
Yeah. Kaylee says Jay's going to direct. Luke says James Mangold. Let's see, Robert Rodriguez. He directed one of the newer Predators that came out like maybe 10 years ago, I think. So he's done. Actually, yeah, John Fav.
do you think he likes to do kind of like horror elements, though? Do you think that'd be like in his wheelhouse or like what he likes to do?
Do you know who was it who added the horror elements in? Who did? Do you know who could probably do a good one from The Mandalorian? Is that Rick Fagumu? I can't ever say his last name.
Yeah.
But he kind of seems to like to add little elements of stuff like that. He could probably do pretty good with it.
Yeah, he probably could. Because I liked that episode.
Despite
people not liking it.
Yeah, he could probably do pretty good. Someone's saying Ridley Scott. Yeah, so let's see. But yeah, we could. John Fav could do it. There's a lot of options, guys. A lot of options. Natalie, read the $5 super chat.
Welcome to my face. Yay dear, hey.
Yay dear, hey.
$5 super chat. Thank you very much. Nat saying, "Imagine Gina and Predator." Okay, I think I need a minute. I think we all do.
It would be good.
Thank you for the super chat.
It would definitely be good. It'd be pretty awesome. Chris, do you know Chris McQuarrie? He is an excellent director. I love the Mission Impossible movies that he's done. He's done fantastic. Someone said George Lucas, and they said LOL.
That'd be pretty cool.
Someone said update The Thing with Gina. You know, I've actually never seen The Thing. Have you seen The Thing?
I haven't either.
We were discussing this today. There's like several horror movies that we're going to have to do like in October.
We're going to have like an Oktoberfest of sorts. We've decided where Michelle, more often than not, is the one that has not seen some of these horror movies.
Do you guys know? I've never even seen Scream. I haven't.
I mean, what's wrong with Michelle?
Because it used to scare me as a little girl. So I was like, nah, I'm not watching it. But
Michelle's
I was like,
gotta get her life together.
I was like, we'll watch that. So, so we'll definitely do that later. But yeah, you guys seem to really enjoy this idea of, he said, oh my gosh, you girls need to see that.
I saw it when I was 13, but I haven't seen it since I was an adult.
I think he's talking about The Thing.
Oh, The Thing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's talking about The Thing. Steven is, we just constantly blow people away with the things that we have somehow not seen. We really did. Guys, apparently I was just Star Warsing all the time. I was Star Warsing, and I was Batmaning, and I was James Bonding. Yeah. That's what I was doing. And then when I was really young, I mixed in some Disney.
I love how you gave me like countryman vibes in that moment. You were like, I was Star Warsing, I was James Bonding.
Do you know what? He just picked a good one. He said Mel Gibson
would do a good job,
and we all know Gina loves
good with gory stuff. Yeah,
we all know that Gina loves Braveheart. Do you know I've never seen Braveheart?
I haven't either.
We're all kicked out. Okay, guys, movies we're going to be covering: Blade Runner. I've never even seen Avatar.
I have.
Oh, well, I guess it can be a first watch for me. Avatar, Braveheart, Gladiator, The Thing. there's lots. Scream. There's kind of the Sixth Sense. There's kind of like an endless amount of movies that we've not seen.
True. That
we can cover in these streams.
It never has to end.
And thank you so much, Roger H. Yes,
sticker.
For that super sticker. We appreciate it. There we go. But yeah, there's an endless. I have seen Terminator, guys. I've seen Terminator.
We like Terminator.
Braveheart for real. Yep. I've not seen it. I've just not. I've seen parts of it, but I've not seen it.
We watched Robin Hood a lot growing up.
We did with the Kevin Costner one. Yeah. They say Gladiator you will love. Yeah. People really love. I have seen Die Hard. Okay, we did not do a first watch, but here's the truth on Die Hard. I saw it for the first time a couple weeks before Christmas. They were playing it at our local theater, and I went and saw Die Hard on the big screen for the first time. So I have seen it now, but it wasn't very long ago that I saw it.
I saw somebody mention The Sixth Sense, and
we haven't seen it.
I haven't seen. Like, I do kind of know how it two because I know. I guess
that's been spoiled.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely need to watch that one.
I've never seen Highlander either. Thank you for the €2.
Are we talking about? Oh, I was thinking of Outlander. No, that's
no. Got to see Highlander. I've never. And is it Sam? Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, Sam.
Thank you so much. And yes, I've never seen Highlander. There's a lot of things. You know what? Too. We grew up. Natalie and I. We watched Star Wars. You didn't really like James Bond but you like the old ones, actually.
Yeah. Well, I'm a 60s girl. I mean, I like that aesthetic.
So we watched James Bond. We watched Star Wars. We watched Batman. When we're talking about when we're really young, Terminator, a lot of Arnold, but somehow not Predator. We watched that type stuff, but we didn't get into Sixth Sense. And
yeah. And I saw The Ring. Did you ever see The Ring?
I saw The Ring. True story. I was a little freaked out after I saw The Ring.
It was a little dark.
It was a little creepy. And thank you so much, Stephen.
Thank you very much, Stephen Yarnell. I don't know why I thought it was no, it's Yarnell.
Yarnell, yeah.
It's almost as if you didn't watch these movies knowing you would have a YouTube channel in
the
future.
Fate. It was fate.
That's how we think of it, really, truly, because we do love movies, but we missed a lot.
What I was going to say, Stephen,
and we watched a lot of comedies. Like with our brother.
and we grew up with Rocky. Dan, thank you for the
Rocky,
2
yeah.
euros Rocky movies. We watch Rocky. I watch Rocky all the time.
I mean,
growing
even
up.
I saw them a ton of times.
Yes, we had 1 through 5, and we killed those suckers. I have not seen Firefly, but I've been meaning to watch it because that's like a cult classic. So,
okay, yeah.
I've never seen The Shining.
Is that what the twin girls situation?
Yeah, it's the twin girls. Yeah, I've never seen The Shining. Yeah, it's there's so many movies. Seeing what you guys in the chat are saying. Just so many movies that we've never seen. You guys are saying The Ring, both super creepy. The Ring is creepy. But I was going to say, we also loved, I keep saying what I'm going to say, and then I get distracted by the comments. We loved comedies.
Yeah.
So we watched so much of all the Jim Carrey movies, Adam Sandler movies, Chris Farley. Like, that's what we spent a lot of time with too, was comedies.
Those were good times. Just
Yeah.
sitting the 3 of us and laughing together.
Yeah. It is. It is. So we did that a lot.
Good QT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that a lot. So we missed a lot of movies, guys. But
we've seen Rush Hour.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
we've seen Rush Hour. We own that movie. I used to watch that all the time. I've never seen Escape from New York. I have not seen that. Now they're just like throwing out all these movies because they're
in different genres.
Because do you know I've never seen Bill and Ted. Never seen Bill and Ted, and I know there's a new one.
Yeah.
I have never seen that, and we've got another one.
Thank you. The Princess Bride. Heck yes.
Oh yeah, that we watch that all the time.
So many times.
Yes. Are you gonna read it?
As you wish. I will read it. Battle Hyman. Battle Hymn 60.
Maybe I need to take over reading duties.
Please tell me you've seen The Princess Bride.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The Princess
Glad
Bride.
I attempted that name for everybody.
The Princess Bride is one. You know, at some point we may begin to do Sunday streams too, mix in just movies that we loved growing up. That would be one of them because we loved The Princess Bride. Absolutely loved it. Watched it all the time.
Yes, I still love it.
Oh, it's to me, The Princess Bride. We're so off topic now. To me, The Princess Bride.
Like, what are we even talking about anymore?
Well, they're still watching, so I'm going to keep talking. The Princess Bride is literally a perfect movie. I said it.
Yeah,
I said what I said. It is a classic. It is a perfect movie.
Because, you know, and it grows with you.
It does.
As like a kid, I thought this was genuinely
A
a romance
story.
love story. Then as a teenager and adult, I knew, oh, this is a comedy love story.
But then it's an action adventure.
Yeah, it's like everything.
And like when they go into that forest, you genuinely feel concerned for them when they're in there.
Especially, and as a kid, when they have the thing on them and they turn it up, it's like, oh, God.
What is that? That's literally the pit of despair.
The pit of despair. We've all been there.
Okay, guys, one of the best memes. I'm going to be careful how I say this to make sure YouTube doesn't take us off or doesn't demonetize it. But one of the funniest memes in 2020 was Wesley laying down like on that chamber in the pit of despair, and the guy's turning it up, and instead of it being the dude with 6 fingers, it's Dr. Fauci. And he says, that just removed 1 year of your life.
How did I miss this? This is an awesome meme.
And he's like, I'll turn it up more.
2 years, 3 years.
Wow. And thank you so much to the Echo Base Network for the $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Have you seen Aliens, Director's Cut, Rambo, The Last Starfighter? I have not seen Aliens Director Cut because
I would be down to watch it.
But people were telling us to watch it after we watched Alien for the first time because I guess they've done a lot. I guess Ridley Scott really tweaked it, I guess, several times from my understanding.
Yeah.
As far as that. Do you know, I've seen bits and pieces of Rambo growing up on TV that would come on.
I imagine that was more inspiration for Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I would say it was. But I don't know. Definitely as an adult, I would have to go watch Rambo from start to end, because I don't know if I've ever actually done that. And I just remember
I can see it being a movie where he has a gun and it just goes at like record speed, like a million bullets.
Oh, he's taking them out. He's taking them out.
Like, and that was a moment in Predator. Like, there's like several men and they all have like these bazookas. Or, like,
yes, we did talk about it. Do you know? All that made me think of was even though I'm not the biggest fan of the movie. But it made me think of The Last Jedi with more. It was like they just kept shooting. It was like, I think you got them.
You got them.
But thank you so much, Echo Base.
Thank you.
And Echo Base, you are a great channel. I watch you guys quite regularly. So thank you so much for the $5 super chat. And I didn't answer that final question, actually, Echo Base. I have not seen, that's not the one. I have not seen how have I lost the super chat?
I forgot what the third one was.
There it is. I have not seen The Last Starfighter. Nope, I've not seen that. There's just so many movies that somehow we missed. And again,
like sands in an hourglass.
And again,
these are the days of our lives.
Well, and here too, it literally was on our brother for us to watch movies like this. Because we were little girls growing up in the 90s. So we're playing with, we like Star Wars, but then we also would watch comedies, and
Michelle liked Barbies.
She knows that's not actually true.
I did.
She did. I did it. In fact, like Izzy and I were finding, like I had Star Wars toys, Hot Wheels. That was my thing.
It was.
Thank you for the $5 euro.
Thank you very much. New subscriber here. Well,
thank you so much.
Happy to have you. Love your energy and passion. I hope your channel becomes really successful.
Well, that is very much.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much for that super chat. Yeah, so, and here's the thing, our dad, so the other man in our house, we had our brother who should have been watching these movies and wasn't. And then
let's just lay the blame all around.
Well, Michael loves Star Wars, but he didn't love sci-fi. He loved Star Wars and he loved Terminator.
Yeah, it's true.
But that was kind of it.
But then there was like a lot of blank space.
Yeah, he didn't really love anything outside of those two big sci-fi genres. I mean, movies. So it's like, so we missed a lot. And then our dad doesn't like anything. Like anything.
No. He does now.
He does, yeah, as an adult.
He like gets really
as an adult,
and stuff.
As an older adult.
He didn't really watch movies like that much.
No, he watched sports. That's all he watched.
Exclusively.
So if our brother didn't watch it, we weren't going to see it as far as movies that are more male and kind of genre type thing. I have
because like our mom wasn't renting Predator,
No, our mom wasn't. She was watching Pride and Prejudice for the 100th time. Yeah. Like that's what was going on. Someone said Spaceballs. We've definitely watched Space. We love comedies, so we were definitely killing Spaceballs. Yes. For sure. Let's see what else. I saw one else that I saw. John Wick. I have seen John Wick to Rick. Rick, I have seen John Wick.
Oh, and here's one, you guys. I have seen Scarface more than once, and Michelle has never seen it.
I've never seen Scarface. Never seen Scarface.
Go ahead and tell her what you think about that.
I've never seen that. I have seen The Godfather, all three parts.
I haven't seen all of those because I think they were like
they're mean. Really depressing.
They're like being mean to women in the part I saw, and then I was like, no. See this.
It's a depressed. It's kind of like a series of depressing events.
Yeah,
that's kind of what you get with that. It is what it is.
It is. It's a lot of shooting.
There is a lot of shooting, a lot of killing. But yeah, there's just so many movies we haven't seen.
Goodfellas, I haven't seen that.
Oh, The Untouchables. Cher. That is the one mobster movie that I love. The Untouchables is a classic.
I don't think I've seen that one.
With Sean Connery and all them. Fantastic cast.
Maybe I have.
It's the story of how they put Capone in jail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a great story. I've never seen The Expendables. I haven't seen The Expendables. I haven't seen that yet. Yeah, just so many I haven't seen. It's really. We were watching Austin Powers for the 100th time. That's what we were doing.
We were busy with Austin.
We were watching Dr. Evil. We were watching The Nutty Professor and Eddie Murphy. This is what we were doing with our lives.
Oh, they're remaking the Scarface, the movie. That'll be interesting.
That won't be good.
Maybe it could end like a little happier.
I do know of Say Hello to My Little Friend. Okay.
There you go.
I know that. And
thank you
again.
Yay der hey.
Yay der hey.
The Last Starfighter has some rough early 80s CG. Flight of the Navigator, Battery is not included, and Short Circuit are all good movies in the same vein if you haven't seen them. Well, thank you for the recommendation. We might have to check those out. And thank you for the super
Yes,
chat.
thank you so much. And I feel like I'm missing a $1.99 super chat. Am I missing one?
If we are, just put it in all caps at the bottom.
Because I recognize the guy who sent it, and I feel like I read it, but I just want to make sure I did not skip that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Aw.
But yes, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. I heard a nasty rumor that they wanted to reboot The Princess Bride. I heard that too, and I was like, no.
Don't mess with perfection.
No, please stay the heck away from The Princess Bride.
Yeah,
Do not do
seriously.
it. That is terrible. Please no. No. Just don't.
No. It's like Michael Scott.
That's how we feel about remakes at this point. Just let some things be. Just let it be.
Or come up with some new stuff.
Yeah,
Get creative in here.
Get creative. Why do you guys think we love Stranger Things so much? It was actually creative.
It was very creative.
You know,
yes, they drew a lot of inspiration.
Yes, there's a lot of inspiration, but it's
still
a new thing.
It was still original.
It's original. And thank you for the $5 super chat. Wicked Still.
Hey, ladies, need to check out Iron Eagle and Flight of the Navigator. So there's that Flight of the Navigator.
So man, there's just all kinds of movies. Man, he's just killing it with the super
You are
chats.
killing the game.
We
Yay
appreciate
there,
it.
hey. Thank you for the super chat. Last Starfighter is still a good watch. Others are 80s as well. I like the 80s.
Yeah, the 80s are good. The 80s definitely have some.
Made in the 80s.
They definitely. I almost bought a T-shirt that said that one time.
That's a good one.
I didn't buy it though. I don't know how my mother would have felt about it. Yes, Iron Eagle. Echo Base likes Iron Eagle. I'm gonna have to see this. Okay, I have seen. Thank you, David.
Thank you
for the
very much,
$9.99
David.
Lethal Weapon Austin Power
Bitch.
I have seen I can't speak tonight.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. I have seen Lethal Weapon. I don't know if I've seen all of them, but I think I have. I've definitely seen like the first couple. They were pretty good back in the day. The Lethal Weapons. They'll probably remake those. I know they did a TV show. They'll probably do a remake of Lethal Weapon soon. I mean, that's where we are in creativity in Hollywood at this point. Like, let's just remake everything. In
Seriously.
fact, Disney has reached the apex of creativity because they're like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take, those animated movies? We're going to take those and we're going to do the exact same movie, but in live action.
Like exactly the same.
Creativity. Like that's
at its fullest.
That's what they did. That's where we are at Disney right now. And thank you to Gilster for the $4.99 super chat. Let's see.
And no, we have not seen. I haven't seen Lady Hawk.
I haven't seen Lady Hawk. My gosh, like how many movies have we not seen? It's just an endless supply here.
Truly.
I mean, we've got a lot to see. Lost in Space, 1998. I actually have not watched that. Now they're now like, what have you guys seen?
They're like, the shorter question would be, what have you seen? A lot of comedies.
We've actually seen a lot of movies.
Yeah.
It's just there's so many movies that there's a lot we have not seen. Especially when you're covering lots of movies even back into the 70s, into the 80s.
It's a big world out there.
It is a big world. She said Disney is dead. It really is. Creativity died a long time ago. And thank you for the $10, or am I saying that right? $5 super chat to Rick.
Thank you. It doesn't matter the amount. Thank you
Well, I
very
just
much.
couldn't see it.
There are several movies that should never be remade, like Sound of Music, Grease, Godfather, Lawrence of Arabia, etc. Absolutely.
Yeah, the remakes are starting to get a bit old. Like, quit redoing movies. And I understand, like, comic movies you're going to redo because it's the same beloved characters and people love those characters still, so you want to do them. But, like, some of these movies, like Princess Bride, how do you redo that? No, that's just a no. It's a hard pass. Next.
Big fat no.
I mean, that's what the person should say when that comes across their desk. Hard pass. No.
Hard pass.
Next. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Natalie, super chat time.
Thank you very much to our Harley guy for the $5.49 super chat. Did y'all hear that Kevin Smith is remaking He-Man?
I did not.
I have not.
but I know he will cry when it's made.
Naturally.
Because Kevin Smith is definitely a man of much emotion when he watches things.
I respect that.
He's a crier, guys. He is. Yeah, there's a lot we've not seen.
But we will get there.
If there's something you guys have taken away from tonight, Willow is a must-watch. Someone else has told me that. Never seen Willow.
What's it about?
Basically, this started as our Predator discussion, and it has ended in what movies has Michelle and Natalie not watched?
What have we actually seen?
That's what this has turned out to be. There's a lot we have not seen.
What is Willow about?
That's a George Lucas movie, I believe. Because aren't they like doing something with Willow now? Because they put that on the board at the Star Wars thing that Kathleen Kennedy did when they did that big thing. But you know what? Something we've learned about good old Lucasfilm, just because they say they're doing something doesn't mean it's going to happen.
No.
In fact, now we're more like it's a rarity when it does actually come out.
True.
That's kind of where that is. But guys, I think we're kind of wrapping up tonight.
Okay, Willow is a great childhood favorite of mine, produced by George Lucas, directed by Ron Howard.
And Val Kilmer's in Willow. We like Val.
We do like Val.
Val was smoky when he was younger, guys.
He was a little smoky. Somebody call the fire department.
He was my favorite Batman when I was a little girl. I appreciated it.
He was a good Batman.
He had those nice lips and the Batman suit. I mean, it was a good Batman, guys.
He is a good looking Batman.
But anyways, I think we've said quite enough.
Probably more than enough.
Probably way more than enough.
More than you wanted or needed to know.
But thank you guys so much. Everyone in the chats. You guys have made it awesome. Everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for everyone in the chat, everyone who did a super chat, but just everyone for keeping the chat going and tell us what you think. We appreciate all of you very, very much for showing up and talking Predator
Just say
with us.
he was sexy. You were old enough. That's a good point.
He was definitely
that.
And Steven, before we go,
I skipped school back in '87 to watch Willow in the theater.
That's pretty awesome, Steven.
Hey, skipping school, it happens sometimes.
Especially for a movie.
Yeah.
I feel like that was actually a episode of the Goldbergs. I feel like he skipped school to see Willow. I feel like they just lived out.
Cool.
I feel like they just lived out your childhood there, Stephen. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone in the chat. Thank you, Jay, for moderating.
Yes, thank you.
And for teaching us guys how to moderate, how to pick a moderator.
I mean, we're learning as we go in this thing called YouTube.
We are. So we appreciate you guys. And again, I gave it 4 hoots. Natalie gave it 4.5 hoots.
For my enjoyment.
We appreciate this movie. We like this movie. And we appreciate you guys. And guys, as we close off and as you go into your week, remember everyone, as always,
to be a force of
light. All right, bye, guys.